Hello, my name's Denny. This is my plant-based journey, and today we're going to share another meal that was made from leftovers. Now, you saw my video on wraps, tacos, burritos, or bowls, and I showed a bunch of different options that you could have inside of a wrap. And with that, you saw the meal that I had yesterday. I had the leftover corn and I had the black beans. Both had been seasoned and I had used them in making my wraps. But today what I'm going to do is show you what I did with the leftover shredded squash and shredded zucchini. What I did was make a vegetable soup, and that soup is what we're going to have for lunch today. So let me show you what I've got. Okay, so part two of the what do I do with the leftovers, since I'm just cooking for one, well, I add it to some soup. That's what I do. So I took the squash and zucchini that was left over from the meal last night, and I added a package of frozen vegetables that has peas, corn, carrots, green beans, and I added some extra green beans and extra peas, and added a little bit of organic vegetable broth or you know, whatever you want to use. You could use water, and then seasonings. This has Italian seasoning. It has thyme and rosemary and salt and pepper. And I'm going to mix some rice and the soup, and that's going to be supper tonight. A little leftovers turned into a vegetable soup. So when it's all said and done, here's what it looks like. Doesn't that look great? Some rice, vegetable soup, and the base of it was the squash and the zucchini left over from the wraps. All right, so I'm home from work. I just put on a t-shirt. My hair's still a mess from the hat, but the soup is ready, and it looks great. So here we go. Hot. Very good. So that's two meals today. You saw the beans and the corn that were left over from last night. That was my lunch. And now the vegetables from the squash and zucchini added to some other frozen vegetables, and boom, good meal. All right, so I have my Hot Logic Mini, and inside I have vegetable soup. Let me move this to the side. The hot plate is still hot. I'm going to unplug it, set it to the side, and let me show you the soup. All right, so let's take the top off. There we go. And this vegetable soup, what I did was I took the squash and the zucchini, and I added a package of frozen mixed vegetables: corn, carrots, green beans, peas. I added a little bit of extra peas and green beans because I really enjoy those. I added some seasonings: thyme, rosemary, and I also added Italian seasoning. Now this tastes great. I used for the broth, I used an organic vegetable broth, and added my seasonings, including salt and pepper, and it is great. It's fantastic. I had a bowl last night, and that's what I'm going to eat for my lunch today. And when I finish the soup, I'm going to have Granny Smith apple. So people were wondering, what do we do when we're only cooking for one person? Well, for one, you can batch cook. Number two, you can learn how to use the leftovers to make a different meal. And so today, I made soup. Yesterday, I had corn and beans. So I'm not sure what meals you love, what you like, what you enjoy, but think about ways you can reuse the leftovers from your meal. It could be that you have pasta once a week or once every couple of weeks. You could add that pasta to some vegetables. It could be that you are a big rice and bean fan, and there are hundreds of ways in which you can use rice and beans. It could be that you wanted to add some rice to this soup. I did that last night. It could be you want to add potatoes to this soup. Maybe you want to make it into a casserole. That's always an option. There are many things that you can do with your leftovers. So don't be afraid to cook for just more than one meal. Don't be afraid to have leftovers. Use the leftovers. You don't have to use them exactly the same way. The zucchini and the squash almost have disappeared, even though that was the bulk of the soup. There was more zucchini and squash than any of the other ingredients, but now it just melted away into the soup. It provided some richness, and I have a few shreds of the vegetables, but for the most part, they are just a part of that rich broth now. So find creative ways to use your food, to enjoy your meals, and to make small meals for yourself, but also to reuse what leftovers you do have in a creative way. I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions or comments about this or any of the other videos, make sure you let me know. Go back and watch the video about the wraps, watch the video about the beans and corn, and then this one, and that will show you what I've done with just the things left over from that one meal. Again, I hope it's beneficial. If you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. All of those things help with the analytics here on YouTube. It helps the channel to grow. It helps more people see my videos. And so it's not just about saying thank you or you appreciate it, but it's allowing for me to get the influence out there a little bit more, if you will. So I appreciate that. Again, we have the Facebook group, Denny's Plant-Based Journey, and many times there are people that comment on that Facebook page. You're welcome to go there if you like, but whatever I can do to help you, make sure you let me know. Leave me questions or comments down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I hope you have a great week. We're halfway through the week now, so let's finish strong. Let's keep on working on our health and making sure that we're doing what's best for our bodies, our cholesterol, our blood sugar, our blood pressure, our weight. These things can help us in the long run, and I know it will help you. It's helping me, and your kindness and compassion helps me as well. So have a great week. Let me know how I can help you. My name's Denny, and this is my plant-based journey. Now I got to get back to work here in a minute, so I'm going to eat. We'll see you next time.